Waterfalls stand as some of the most captivating natural phenomena on Earth, where cascading streams of water, often shrouded in misty veils, create a truly mesmerizing spectacle. These places are not merely marked on maps as geographical features, they are epicenters of incredible power, inexhaustible energy, and a source of inspiration that has consistently drawn humanity for centuries. Below, we present a list of the planet's most impressive waterfalls, capable of surpassing the wildest imagination. The 14th spot goes to Niagara Falls, situated on the border between Canada and the United States. When it comes to astonishing, must-visit waterfalls, many people's imaginations instantly conjure images of the world-renowned Niagara Falls, and for good reason. Straddling the border between Canada and the United States, it is rightfully considered one of the world's most iconic waterfalls, a true embodiment of nature's raw power. In reality, it's not a single waterfall, but a complex ensemble comprising three distinct sections: Horseshoe Falls, American Falls, and Bridal Veil Falls. The most majestic and breathtaking of these, Horseshoe Falls, gracefully curves along the international border. It spans nearly 670 meters, 2,200 feet, in width, with immense volumes of water thundering down from a height of 57 meters, 188 feet. The combined length of all three cascades exceeds 1 kilometer, 0.6 miles, creating a truly grand-scale panorama. The name Niagara is believed to originate from an indigenous word meaning thunder of water, and this name is perfectly justified. The roar of the plummeting water can be heard for many kilometers, miles, and the ground beneath one's feet noticeably vibrates from this primal energy. Annually, this waterfall draws millions of visitors eager to admire its beauty and grandeur. However, Niagara is not just a natural wonder, but also a place where humans have constantly interacted with this force of nature. Since the 19th century, it has become a popular tourist attraction, drawing both celebrities and daring adventurers who attempted to conquer it in barrels or walk a tightrope over the churning abyss. Nevertheless, today, most prefer to simply stand in awe, feeling the fine mist on their faces, which can travel dozens of meters, yards, in every direction. Niagara's power is so immense that it has become a source of clean energy. Hydroelectric power plants built here generate millions of kilowatts, providing electricity to cities and industries. As dusk falls, the waterfall transforms once more, this time thanks to human intervention. Since 1925, it has been illuminated by powerful searchlights, and today, modern LED lights bathe the mist and fog in over 16 million different color combinations, turning natural spectacle into a dazzling light show. This duality, the untamed force of nature and humanity's desire to harness, utilize, and even beautify it, makes Niagara Falls unique and rightfully earns it the 14th spot on this list. 13th place, Iguazu Falls, Argentina and Brazil. If Niagara seems like a tamed giant, then Iguazu Falls, situated on the border of Brazil and Argentina, presents itself as a true leviathan dwelling in the heart of wild jungles. This spectacle is so immense that it forces a new perspective on nature's boundless capabilities. Iguazu is twice as wide and significantly taller than Niagara Falls, making it one of the largest in the world. However, its grandeur lies not in dry statistics, but in its overwhelming panorama. Iguazu is not a single waterfall, but a complex system comprising over 275 individual cascades that stretch for nearly 3 kilometers, 1.8 miles, along the edge of a plateau. Imagine a colossal natural amphitheater where torrents of water crash down on you from all sides. The ground here rumbles and visibly trembles from the incessant roar, and a dense cloud fine mist hangs in the air for many kilometers, miles, constantly adorned with dozens of rainbows. The name Iguazu translates to big water in the local Guarani language, and this is perhaps the most modest description for such a wonder. Unlike many other waterfalls, the water in the Iguazu River is rarely crystal clear. Due to the significant amount of minerals the river carries from deep within the continent, it often has a rich reddish-brown or grayish hue. This earthy watercolor creates an incredible contrast with the lush emerald green of the surrounding subtropical rainforest, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This forest is not merely a backdrop, but an integral part of the waterfall's ecosystem. Over 2,000 plant species thrive here, and amazing animals reside, including toucans, giant anteaters, howler monkeys, and even elusive jaguars. The culmination of this natural spectacle is the Devil's Throat, a U-shaped chasm 150 meters, 492 feet, wide, and 700 meters, 2,297 feet, long, where the main volume of water plunges over 80 meters, 262 feet, into a churning abyss. Standing on the observation deck next to this roaring torrent means feeling as though you're at the edge of the world, completely immersed in the planet's primal power. The beauty of Iguazu lies not in a single specific point, but in its comprehensive panoramic grandeur, where water and jungle merge into a single, living, and raging entity. 12th place, Gullfoss, Iceland. Now we transport ourselves to Iceland, the land of ice and fire, to witness a waterfall whose beauty lies in its dramatic geometry and play of light. This is Gullfoss, which translates to Golden Waterfall. It received its poetic name for a reason. The waters of the Kaieteur River, fed by a glacier, carry sedimentary particles. On sunny days, especially at sunset or sunrise, these particles catch the light, and the entire flow takes on a characteristic golden hue, as if molten gold is cascading down the ledges. This spectacle makes Gullfoss one of the most photogenic waterfalls on the planet. It is rightfully considered one of the main jewels of the famous Golden Circle tourist route, which also includes the renowned Geyser geothermal area and Thingvellir National Park, where the world's oldest parliament once convened. Gullfoss's structure is truly unique and unlike any other waterfall. To the traveler's eye, it appears as a double cascade where the river takes a sharp turn, forming an almost right angle. First, the water plunges 11 meters, 36 feet, down, and then, almost immediately, drops another 21 meters, 69 feet, into a deep and narrow canyon whose walls rise 70 meters, 230 feet, high. From the observation deck, an astonishing sight unfolds. It seems as if the mighty river simply vanishes into the depths of the earth, plunging into a mysterious crevice. This extraordinary shape gives its appearance a special, dramatic expressiveness. However, the true magic of Gullfoss is revealed in its transformations with each changing season. In summer, it appears as a powerful, roaring golden torrent surrounded by lush greenery, with vibrant rainbows almost always dancing in its sparkling mist. In winter, the waterfall transforms into a true fairy tale. As the temperature drops below freezing, the water flows freeze, forming giant, whimsical ice sculptures and long icicles. The waterfall is partially covered by a glistening, icy shell, through which water streams continue to break through, creating a truly magical spectacle, as if straight out of a fantasy novel. This ability to change, playing with light and the elements, makes Gullfoss a genuine work of art crafted by nature itself. 11th place, Kaieteur Falls, Guyana. From the cold, icy landscapes of Iceland, we journey to the heart of the humid and wild Amazonian jungles, to Guyana, to behold a waterfall that is the pure embodiment of untamed, primal power. This is Kaieteur, one of the most powerful waterfalls in the world. Its beauty lies not in its elegance or multi-tiered structure, but in the colossal force of a single, magnificent torrent. Just imagine the Potaro River, over 100 meters, 328 feet wide, reaching the edge of a sandstone cliff and plunging down as a single, continuous wall from a height of 226 meters, 741 feet. This is nearly 5 times higher than the famous Niagara Falls and twice the height of Victoria Falls. An enormous mass of water crashes with a deafening roar into an abyss shrouded in eternal mist, above which vibrant rainbows dance on sunny days. It is a truly breathtaking spectacle. Kaieteur Falls is located in such a remote and inaccessible area that its unique ecosystem has remained virtually untouched by human activity. It lies within Kaieteur National Park, one of the oldest in South America, home to endemic species of plants and animals, meaning they are found exclusively here. Reaching it requires either a multi-day, perilous trek through dense jungles or a small plane landing on a nearby airstrip. This isolation has preserved its pristine beauty and mystical atmosphere. Kaieteur Falls is named after Chief Kai of the Patamona indigenous tribe, who, according to ancient legend, sacrificed himself by paddling over the falls in a canoe to appease the gods and save his people. It is said that nature immortalized his deed. Near the falls, a rock formation resembling a person in a canoe can be seen. This legend imbues the place with an aura of sacredness. Kaieteur is a rare combination of immense height and impressive water volume, making it not just beautiful, but a truly powerful natural wonder, lost in a wild and untouched world. 10th place, Yosemite Falls, United States. Our next destination is the famous Yosemite National Park in California, United States, where, amidst giant granite cliffs and ancient sequoias, stands one of the tallest waterfalls in North America. Yosemite Falls is a true jewel of the park and a spectacle of incredible scale. Its total height reaches 739 meters, 2,425 feet, placing it among the highest waterfalls worldwide. It is so tall that its powerful flow is divided into 3 distinct segments, each beautiful in its own right. Upper Yosemite Fall is the longest and most impressive cascade, where water makes a free drop of 435 meters, 1,430 feet. The water then flows through a series of middle cascades, hidden from direct view, and finally culminates in Lower Yosemite Fall, nearly 100 meters, 320 feet high, which crashes against the rocks at its base. This waterfall is fed by Yosemite Creek, which in turn originates from melting snow high in the Sierra Nevada mountains, so its appearance varies greatly with the seasons. The most favorable time to visit is spring, from April to May, when the snowmelt reaches its peak. During this period, the waterfall transforms into a powerful, roaring torrent that crashes into the valley floor with immense force, creating a deafening sound and clouds of spray. The vibrant, lush green spring vegetation of the valley and hundreds of rainbows playing in the mist make the landscape truly magical. Conversely, by late summer and autumn, when the snowmelt reserves diminish, the waterfall can almost completely dry up, becoming a thin trickle or disappearing entirely until the next rains. Yosemite Falls is not just a stream of water. It is the living pulse of the mountains. It is surrounded by other wonders of the park, such as the famous granite monoliths El Capitan and Half Dome, which attract climbers from around the world, and groves of giant sequoias. This harmony of a majestic waterfall and monumental cliffs creates one of the most iconic and breathtaking landscapes of the American West. Ninth place, Ban Giok Falls, Vietnam and China. On the border between China and Vietnam, far from bustling cities, lies a true treasure of Southeast Asia, Ban Giok Falls, also known as Daejeon Falls. This site is remarkable not only for its impressive beauty, but also for remaining one of the few large waterfalls in the world virtually untouched by mass tourism and development. The waterfall consists of two main streams, separated by rocks and trees, plunging approximately 30 meters, 98 feet, into a deep turquoise pool. During the rainy season from June to August, these streams merge into a single, churning wall of water up to 200 meters, 656 feet wide, crashing down with incredible power, creating the sensation of a natural amphitheater. But what makes Ban Giok Falls truly special is its surroundings. They are set in a landscape that seems straight out of a traditional Asian engraving. Picturesque karst mountains and hills, covered in lush vegetation, rise all around, while emerald rice paddies stretch at the base, creating an idyllic and serene scene. This harmony of powerful water and tranquil rural scenery makes Ban Giok one of the most photogenic waterfalls in Asia. For the local Thai and Nung ethnic groups, this place also holds deep cultural and spiritual significance. They consider the waterfall sacred, believing it to be the embodiment of a powerful goddess. The surrounding forests are home to diverse wildlife, including several endangered species, such as the Indo-Chinese tiger. Visitors can enjoy panoramic views from observation decks or approach the base of the falls on traditional bamboo rafts to feel its power and refreshing spray. Ban Giok is a place where the force of nature meets serene beauty, creating a landscape that lingers long in the memory. Eighth place, Seljalandsfoss, Iceland. We return to Iceland once more, this time to a waterfall that offers visitors a truly unique and unforgettable experience. Seljalandsfoss, located along Iceland's famous Ring Road, may not be the country's largest or most powerful waterfall, but it is undoubtedly one of its most magical. It stands approximately 60 meters, 197 feet, tall, gracefully falling in a narrow ribbon from a high cliff into a small, shallow pool at its base. The water here is as pure and transparent as possible, as it originates from melting glaciers and untouched snows of the Eyjafjallajökull volcano, the one famous for its 2010 eruption. The main feature of Seljalandsfoss, which sets it apart from thousands of other waterfalls, is the ability to walk behind it. There's a deep recess in the cliff behind the falling water, forming a kind of grotto through which a walking path is laid. This allows visitors to walk a full circle around the waterfall and view the world through a shimmering curtain of water. The sensations experienced while standing behind a wall of roaring water and gazing at the Icelandic landscape through the prism of falling streams are simply indescribable. Of course, one must be prepared to get wet from the abundant spray, but the experience is well worth it. In summer, during the midnight sun, when the sky is painted in soft pastel tones and the sun never fully dips below the horizon, the view from behind the waterfall becomes utterly surreal. In winter, the path behind the waterfall is often closed due to ice, but the spectacle itself is no less impressive. The pool at the base freezes, and the cliffs become covered in icy patterns, transforming everything into an icy realm. Seljalandsfoss is not just a waterfall to be observed. It is a waterfall that can be felt and experienced, becoming part of its magic. It's no wonder it's so popular with both tourists and locals. Seventh place, Plitvice Lakes, Croatia. If you've ever dreamed of entering a fairy tale world where water has an otherworldly color and nature has been preserved in its pristine purity, then you need to travel to Croatia, to Plitvice Lakes National Park. This place is so beautiful that it has often been used as a filming location for fantasy movies and TV series. Plitvice Lakes is not a single feature, but an entire living system of 16 interconnected lakes arranged in cascades, along with countless waterfalls and streams connecting them. Imagine a staircase of lakes, where water slowly flows from one level to another, forming sometimes tranquil coves, sometimes roaring cascades. The system is divided into two parts, the upper and lower lakes, and to explore them all, visitors can use special wooden walkways and bridges laid directly over the water. However, the most astonishing aspect of Plitvice Lakes is the unparalleled hue of its water surface. It captivates the eye with an incredible, vibrant turquoise or emerald blue color, while maintaining absolute clarity. It gives the impression that someone intentionally added dye to the water. But this phenomenal color is nature's own creation. Its appearance is explained by a high concentration of calcium carbonate, as well as the active life of special bacteria and algae inhabiting these waters. Thanks to such crystal clarity, every pebble and fallen tree can be clearly seen at the bottom of the lakes, lying there for decades without decaying, as if preserved in this magical aquatic environment. This rich water hue creates a striking contrast with the lush greenery of the surrounding pristine forests, where mighty beech and slender spruce trees grow, and where formidable bears, cautious wolves, and over 120 bird species reside. The park's landscape is constantly transforming. Water flows continuously erode limestone formations, creating new barriers and waterfalls. Thus, each year, this wondrous place looks slightly different. Plitvice Lakes is a genuine liquid treasure, a natural symphony of water, stone, and vegetation that leaves an indelible impression on the soul of every visitor. Sixth place, Sutherland Falls, New Zealand. In the heart of New Zealand's wild and rugged Fiordland National Park lies one of Oceania's most majestic and tallest waterfalls, Sutherland Falls. This place is for those seeking untouched, rugged beauty, far from the noise of civilization. Sutherland is a giant, cascading its waters from a staggering height of 580 meters, 1,904 feet, making it the tallest waterfall in New Zealand. Its source is a glacial lake nestled in a mountain basin, and from there, the water plunges down in 3 powerful cascades. Each of these drops could be considered an impressive waterfall on its own, but together they create a magnificent spectacle of continuous falling water. Reaching the base of Sutherland Falls is an adventure in itself. The waterfall is surrounded by steep cliffs and challenging terrain, so the most popular way to see it is by embarking on a multi-day trek along the famous Milford Track, which guides travelers through some of New Zealand's most beautiful landscapes. Those not prepared for such a long hike can enjoy a breathtaking aerial view by booking a helicopter tour. The landscapes here are truly epic. It's no wonder they served as backdrops for the filming of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Pristine mountain landscapes, crystal clear lakes, and unique flora and fauna, including New Zealand's kea and kaka parrots, create an atmosphere of a lost world. The Maori people have their own legend about the creation of the waterfall. It tells of a giant who struck the rock with his weapon, carving a deep chasm through which the water now flows. Gazing at this power, it's easy to believe. Sutherland Falls is a reward for intrepid travelers, a hymn to the wild and untamed nature of New Zealand. Fifth place, Kaieteur Falls, Peru. In the cloud forests of Peru's Amazonas region, far from well-trodden tourist paths, lies a waterfall that was virtually unknown to the outside world until 2005. This is Kaieteur Falls, one of South America's lost gems. Although local communities knew of its existence for centuries, they refrained from speaking about it, fearing to disturb the spirits they believed resided in its waters. And when you gaze upon this wonder, you understand their reverence. Gokta is one of the tallest waterfalls in the world. Its total height is 771 meters, 2,530 feet. It consists of two main cascades. The upper cascade is powerful and short, thundering down tons of water. The lower one is incredibly tall and graceful, like a bridal veil, flowing smoothly down the cliff face. The journey to Iguazu Falls is an unforgettable adventure in itself. The trail winds through dense rainforest, where humid thickets and moss-covered lianas create an atmosphere of mystery. This forest is a true botanical garden, where you can find rare species of orchids, bromeliads, and several types of hummingbirds that flit from flower to flower like tiny jewels. Locals believe that a spirit named Chichaco guards this forest and its inhabitants. Thanks to its recent discovery, Gokta has not yet become a place of mass pilgrimage, allowing visitors to enjoy its beauty in relative solitude. Standing at its base and feeling the fine mist from a torrent that has fallen almost a kilometer, 0.6 miles, one feels like an explorer who has found a lost world. Each year, more people learn about this Peruvian wonder, and it undoubtedly deserves its place among the planet's most beautiful waterfalls. Fourth place, Horseshoe Falls, Turkey. In fourth place on this list is not the tallest or most powerful, but certainly one of the most charming and peaceful waterfalls. Horseshoe Falls in Turkey's Antalya province. This place is a true cool oasis, hidden in the shade of a dense pine and cedar forest, an ideal refuge from the summer heat. Horseshoe Falls is not a single stream, but an entire cascade system where water flows through 7 small interconnected ponds. The main cascade drops approximately 18 meters, 59 feet, into a picturesque lake, creating a cloud of mist around it, where rainbows constantly shimmer in the sun. Horseshoe is special for its fairy tale atmosphere that envelops it within the natural park. The clean, fragrant air, the sound of falling water, and the lush vegetation instantly make one forget the hustle and bustle. The water in the lake and lagoons has a beautiful azure and sometimes a dark, leaden hue, which may have given the waterfall its name, Horseshoe, meaning leaded. In the clear water, one can spot swimming fish, and on the banks, turtles and white ducks. The park, established in 1986, is an important conservation area, home to over 100 bird species, as well as animals like foxes, badgers, and wild boars. A stroll along the wooden bridges and winding paths among the trees allows visitors to enjoy views from various angles. In addition to natural beauty, the park features historical sites, such as the ruins of an old water mill. Horseshoe is an ideal blend of natural beauty and tranquility, a place where one can rest their soul and enjoy the harmony of nature. Third place, Niagara Falls, Malaysia. In third place on our review is a waterfall that, despite its modest height, captivates with its exceptional charm and allure. This is Niagara, nestled in the cool embrace of Malaysia's Cameron Highlands. Its name, meaning lake in Malay, refers to the small but very picturesque body of water at its base. The water streams here descend from a height of only about 10 meters, 33 feet, yet they do so with surprising grace, flowing over moss-covered rocks into a shallow pool. This picturesque spot has gained immense popularity among both travelers and locals, becoming a favorite for picnics and swimming due to its easy accessibility and refreshing coolness. The Cameron Highlands, where the waterfall is located, is itself a unique region. It is famous for its endless tea plantations that cover the gentle hills like an emerald carpet. Visitors can not only admire the waterfall's grandeur, but also treat themselves to a cup of freshly brewed local tea, comfortably settled in one of the many cafes offering breathtaking views of the plantations. The areas adjacent to the waterfall are also richly endowed with unique flora and fauna. Here, one can encounter the famous Rafflesia flower, striking in its gigantic size and distinctive aroma, as well as countless bird species, including the mountain bulbul and blue-winged leafbird, attracting many ornithologists. Its easy accessibility, pleasant, cool climate that provides relief from the heat and humidity of other Malaysian regions, and the picturesque blend of the waterfall, vast tea plantations, and unique nature make Telaga a true gem, rightfully occupying such a prominent place on our list. Second place, Victoria Falls, Zambia and Zimbabwe. We are approaching the top of our list, and in second place stands a true wonder of the world, a phenomenon of truly planetary scale. Victoria Falls, sprawling across the border of Zambia and Zimbabwe. It is known by its local name, Mosi Oatunya, meaning the smoke that thunders, and this name conveys its essence more completely than any other. Victoria is not just a flow of water, it is a grandiose atmospheric and geological event. It cannot merely be seen, it must be heard and felt long before it appears to the eye. The deafening roar of the plunging waters carries for up to 40 kilometers, 25 miles, and the colossal column of water vapor and mist, dubbed the smoke by locals, rises more than 400 meters, 1,300 feet into the sky and is visible from 50 kilometers, 30 miles away. This constant mist sustains a small rainforest right on the edge of the gorge. By its parameters, Victoria is recognized as the largest waterfall on the planet when considering the combination of its height and length. It is a continuous, unbroken curtain of water from the Zambezi River, stretching over 1.7 kilometers, 1 mile, wide, which plunges its entire mass into a narrow basalt chasm from a height of 108 meters, 354 feet. This is twice the height of Niagara Falls. The colossal power of one of Africa's greatest rivers rushes into a narrow canyon, then breaks through it via a winding gorge, generating incredible pressure and a deafening roar. This spectacle is so majestic that it's difficult to take it all in with a single glance. Numerous rainbows constantly shimmer in the veil of mist, creating a truly surreal scene. The waterfall attracts not only millions of travelers, but also an abundance of wildlife, including hippos and baboons, which inhabit the national parks flanking it on both sides. For the most adventurous travelers, there's a unique activity called Devil's Pool, a small natural rock pool right on the edge of the falls, where one can take a dip during low water levels. Victoria Falls is a stunning demonstration of our planet's colossal power, a place that forever imprints a sense of awe and wonder on the soul. First place, Angel Falls, Venezuela. And now, we have finally reached the culmination of our list. The top spot is held by a waterfall that feels otherworldly, almost fantastical in its splendor and scale. This is Angel Falls in Venezuela, the undisputed record holder as the highest uninterrupted waterfall on the planet. While some waterfalls astonish with their width and others with their furious power, Angel Falls captivates the imagination with its unimaginable height and grace. Its waters plunge from the summit of a colossal tabletop mountain known as Auyan Tepui, which translates to Devil's Mountain in the language of the indigenous Pemon people. Its water streams make a dizzying freefall from an incredible height of 979 meters, 3,212 feet. That's nearly a full kilometer, 0.6 miles. The scale of this drop is so immense that most of the water cascade, before even reaching the ground, atomizes into tiny particles, transforming into a dense, thick mist that envelops the base of the majestic mountain. The humidity in the air can be felt several kilometers, miles away from this colossal waterfall. Instead of the usual deafening roar characteristic of most aquatic giants, Angel Falls' descent seems almost silent, like something ethereal and otherworldly. Angel Falls is situated in one of the wildest and most inaccessible corners of our planet, in the heart of Canaima National Park, which rightfully holds UNESCO World Heritage status. Reaching this secluded spot is only possible by air or by undertaking a multi-day river journey by boat, followed by a trek through impassable jungles. This remarkable isolation has allowed it to remain in its pristine, utterly untouched state. The local landscape here seems to have stepped right out of adventure novels about lost worlds. Tepuis are ancient geological formations, characterized by sheer walls and flat tops, which rise sharply above the endless green sea of the jungle. The indigenous name for the waterfall is Kerepakupai Meru, which translates to Waterfall of the Deepest Place. It was named after the courageous American aviator Jimmy Angel, who was the first to fly over it in 1933. The beauty of Angel Falls lies not so much in its raw, natural power, but in its sublimity, astonishing grace, and the feeling of something utterly otherworldly. It is a delicate silver thread, gracefully connecting heaven and earth, a river that transforms into a cloud before your eyes. It is a spectacle capable of making any viewer pause in deep, silent admiration. And for this very reason, Angel Falls rightfully holds the first place on this list of the world's most beautiful waterfalls. This captivating journey through the world's most beautiful waterfalls has come to its logical conclusion. Each of these waterfalls possesses its own unique individuality. Each one, as if, tells its own special story of incredible power, relentless time, and the boundless beauty of our amazing planet. They serve as a powerful reminder that there are still places in the world where nature appears before us in all its pristine, majestic glory.